What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel. This is just a quick little review of the Misfits boxing we had tonight, which I only caught the last 4 fights, but it was pretty entertaining. That guy, you might not have heard of him, Joey Essex, he's like a trash TV star. Forgot about him, to be honest. I haven't heard of him for years, but he got in shape, had a little slugfest with some guy called, not Nascimento, Naimov or something. Sounds like a Dagestani UFC fighter. It was a really good fight. All heart, all guts, no defense, not that much skill, but you know, they gave it their all. They were up for a scrap. It was wicked. Then we had Dylan Dennis. Tell you what, let's have a look. This is the Dylan Dennis fight. It didn't last very long.
I like that attempt there from Warren. And again, you don't grapple with a grappler though.
Bam. Done. Mounted. Yeah. Got his ass whooped. So that was a Dylan Dennis fight. And then we had, obviously, this just brought nearly a tear to my eye. Here we go. The man himself, T-Ferg, had a goddamn win. I don't care what kind of win it is. A win is a win is a win. And to see him get down and be so happy to get a win was just something to behold. Man, it made my day all night. Do you know what I mean? And Salt Papi, yeah, he has been KO'd in Misfits. But compared to the other fighters, I mean, he looked like elite compared to him, but it just goes to show how there are levels to fighting. Tony was a tough bruiser in the UFC, but he was never a slick boxer. That wasn't his style. He would come forward, get hit you, and then you'd quit. He'd hit you, you'd hit him, he'd hit you, and eventually you'd curl up in a ball and the ref would step in and save you, like many of his opponents. I remember the faces of like 6 opponents in a row, like Pettis, Cerrone, all these dudes, all their faces just bludgeoned from Tony's like thumping power. So here's the Salt Papi fight.
Tony's starting to find more and more success with a lead right hand.
Man, I was going crazy. Look at him. Look how happy he is. Crying. And you will say, well, you want a Misfits fight or not? The man hasn't had a win. He went like a Tito Ortiz stretch of like 5-6 years without getting a win. You know, Tito Ortiz had his Ryan Bader moment. I know this isn't quite the same, but still, this is Tony's moment, and the commentators try to take it from him. And, let's have a look at this Rockhold Till fight. This was really interesting because before this sequence, Rockhold had already been dropped, and I can't remember now. It was either the first or the second Rockhold. I think it was the second Rockhold had been dropped. And then in the third, the final round, Rockhold got smashed, battered to pieces. He went down to a knee, got up. He was all over the place. Like he basically hit the knee, bounced up. Referee didn't jump in. And then he got clobbered by Till. The referee was like, "Shall I jump in?" and sort of backed up. Then the referee went to jump in again, got bullied off by Till basically for the second time in a row. Super strange. And then he went back in, and it was weird. I mean, in the Joey Essex fight, there was like some strange 10-8 counts. Like the 8 counts, sorry, 10-8 counts, 8 counts. The referees were absolutely shocking. I mean, whether it's amateur fighting or low-level fighting, it doesn't need to be amateur, low-level referees. I'll just say that. The refereeing was shocking. It was 2 different referees that had shocking calls. But yeah, Rockhold should have been getting a standing 8 count. I don't think he would have made a difference. He would have ended up as he did, as you'll see now in a minute. But well, let's have a look at the finish first. Yeah. I mean, your boy might need a new bloody knee after that. I mean, look at that. He is doing some like double jointed gymnast type stuff. Let's have another look. Oh. And before that, I think Rockhold was already knocked out on his feet because he went to go to the wrong corner, and then he was sort of like hugging Till as if he thought the fight was over. So he must have felt like he's been knocked out a few times, isn't he? So I think he had assumed he'd been knocked out and was like, well done, or maybe thought who knows? But he was clearly concussed. The tip in, touching the knee, and then taking another barrage. The ref sort of, shall I step in? Didn't. Then gonna step in again, taking another barrage. Let's have a look at it one more time, because I know some of you Rockhold haters want to see. I'll probably get my video taken down for this, but I don't give a crap. Right on the tip of the chin. That was right on the tip of the chin. Yeah. And Rockhold has just got basically, he's just basically got flatlined for probably less than 300k. I doubt he's getting 500k even for that, but even if he is, that's be the top end. He just got flatlined by a middling average UFC fighter at best who couldn't cut it in the organisation. But either way, I'm not here to knock Till. Till's, you know, doing his thing, isn't he? But a former UFC champion, Strikeforce champion, reduced to getting knocked out in front of a bunch of 12-year-olds, humiliated and folded like a deck chair for you know, what's not going to be a lot of money in the long like for the kind of money he should have and should have earned and should have, and modelling contracts which he's had and stuff like that. Is it worth the humiliation, the damage? I mean, getting knocked out like that is not good for the brain. And you know, Luke's a decent-ish talker. He goes on the Jackson podcast, things like that. He's got other ways to make money, I think. I really don't see. I mean, even if you got paid 800 grand, it's probably not worth it. I mean, or if it is worth it for him, he didn't get enough money during his career, because to dedicate your entire life to a career like he has, I mean, he could have done anything, Luke. He's a skateboarder, surfer, model. He got it all. Do you know what I mean? To be getting knocked out and damaged like this at this age, it is not worth it, in my opinion. And if it is worth it, it's because you haven't been paid properly through your career. If it's worth getting that kind of damage and embarrassment, I don't know, man. I don't know, but all in all, it was a fun little night of fights. Little break from the UFC. You know, I'm not gonna lie, it was fun to watch. I only watched the last 4 fights, but they were good fun. And I'm not gonna lie, watching that Tony Ferguson fight was amazing. The guy went to talk to him, the commentator guy, that Ben the Bane Davis, and he just went, let him raise my hand first. He told him straight. Tony's the type of guy to go on an 8-fight losing streak and then come and beat the best influencer boxer on the Misfits game show. So yeah, man, that's all I got for this little video. Just a little video I just want to pump out because I'm just so happy that Tony won, to be honest. So I'm going to have a couple of beers to celebrate the Tony victory. And only sad thing is where does he go from here? Is he going to keep going till he loses in Misfits? I'd like to see Tony have 2-3 more fights, hopefully win them all, or if he loses 1 or 2, and then call it a day. I wouldn't mind seeing Tony enter some grappling tournaments. He's a big name. He can make big money. He's a good grappler. Yeah, I'd like to see Tony in some grappling tournaments. Get him in CGI and stuff like that. Or maybe even bring him into the UFC grappling tournaments. I know he's not on the level of those guys with just straight jiu-jitsu, but I mean, he looked good. Hairline looked good. He looked 10 years younger. I'm happy for the guy. He looked young. He looked fresh. He looked renewed. And I'm not going to lie, aesthetically, he's the first boxer I've seen when I saw Woodley, Askren, Till. They all have their shorts oversized. They just don't look right. They just don't look like boxers. Just stood still looking at him and his shorts and his shoes. Tony looked like a real Mexicano boxer. He looked like a genuine little Chicano boxer, in my opinion. He looked the part. I know that doesn't matter, but I'm just saying, all the other UFC fighters, the second I see him in boxing shorts, I'm just like, this is so weird. It just doesn't look right to me. But man, Tony looked the part. And yeah, he pressured Papi and he busted him up and busted his ass out of there. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Smash the like button. Give me a subscribe. Give me a share. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.